Oh, me oh my. Maybe I should just go nuts here, see what happens. Oh, I can have 2 menagerie summons. Interesting. Oh, I'm also on Abyss 3. Mana Viper, if you could get back into the picture or not, that's cool too. Still have a few different bodies at our disposal. Maybe I do go for the Abyss rune while I'm here. Just the thought is terrifying. Oh geez, and see, this is a bit more like it as we immediately start to have a few more friends than I'd otherwise care to be seen. At least we're immune to sickness, so we don't need to worry about the ancient zymes, and we'll always have our regen at full capacity, so that is fantastic. A bolt of cold is piercing. Yikes. Well, I guess we'll just heal up. Unfortunately, my friends don't really know how to help out here, so we're gonna have to waste a little bit more consumables than I originally would have liked. That's fine. Let's get those summons going. And if you two could please just keep the area off our back, fantastic. I believe... Oh, you know, there's a little white dot on our map, and I thought it was the game telling us that there was a rune up here. But maybe not. Interesting. Oh, me oh my. Ooh, that should be a gateway leading out. So let us spend a few turns healing. In fact, you know what? That will probably do the trick. I am out of here. Please and thank you. And this time around, we do not fool around with our trident pal. Okie dokie. Well, interesting position to find ourselves in at the very least. Did find our end vault there, so we can kind of head this direction for now, block it off, and we're safe to auto-explore to our heart's content. Hello, my new dancing friends. Dancing blades, sharpen steel, digging the dancing blades. Hey, last chance, Torinski. Good back out now. Don't know how we'll fare in the final section here. I guess no time like the present, though. I will haunt you until your dying day. Then let's put a bunch of bodies between me and our new friends. There we go. Thank you, Lindworm. Great work at the end there. Definitely coming in on the 11th hour to get the job done, so that is fantastic. And oof. Friends, could we focus, please? Just because I'm running away doesn't mean you need to run away. And in fact, usually that's quite the opposite. So there it looked like my haunt folks changed target. Is this true? And can I just infinitely haunt? Because it does put a lot of intervening bodies. And that we do not mind. Okay. In fact, this kind of does it for me. Being honest, it does seem like once they've killed their target, they start to explore new options in life. So that's not too shabby whatsoever. And if I can just keep blasting you kiddos from afar, I guess blast being kind of less than ideal verbiage in this specific situation. Summons, could you potentially do something? There you go. Specifically, wherever this gosh darn elemental person, never remember what you kids are called. Elementalist. Wow, shocker. Elemental person, elementalist. Ah, write that down. Well, I guess what we could try to do here is at least catch some of these strays in the crossfire. Does give us a very nice heal at the very least. And then there we go. And now we can start to get a little bit more creative potentially, except I'm going to get surrounded. Just find myself filled to the gills here with elemental summons. Fantastic. I guess what we could end up doing there to make do is drop a fulminant prism, and then otherwise we'll just keep bouncing our new friends back here. These elementalists are a real problem here today. In fact, let's haunt your waking days, shall we? Holy moly. Well, that was less than ideal. Let's not put ourselves in that boat again, especially now we do have some potential damnation coming our way. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Take this nice and slow. Our other friends here are hasted. I'm also not very gold resistant. Torinski, what are you doing with your life? Got to change back into my usual armor piece here, but that's fine. We'll just blink out of here and let's just get the heck out of Dodge as soon as possible, shall we? That will give me the freedom to swap right back over here. And I guess, why would I ever wear protection from cold when I can get a few different effects stacked up here? Beautiful. And go gadget summons. In fact, we could haunt you real quick, my friend. Surprisingly resilient, some of these elves. Gotta tell you. I had big, bold words coming in here that we'd be able to basically annihilate the majority of enemies with fulminant prism and the like. Unfortunately, found ourselves in a bit of a contradictory state instead. Should drop a fulminant prism down though, and I need to take care of this demonologist as soon as possible. Yikes, this is not the situation we want to find ourselves in. At least get a nice heal off of the spell vamp. So that's something. And then let's just put a crowd in the way. Holy moly. Not an ideal run here at the moment. We can see where we are potentially going to be struggling in the future as well. If we're having this much of a rough time just dealing with our elf boyfriends. But hey, I can at least just keep haunting the lives and dreams of all of our new friends and see how that goes. Oh, I did see a ring there. Oh, my auto pickup is on. Why was I ignoring this? I mean, it's not good, so maybe the game just, you know, was taking the decision-making process out of my hands and making life easy, I guess. Okie dokie, this has been a slow continuation of the run so far. Let's see if we can't, I was about to say if we can't pick up the pace. And it's tricky because I kind of want to pick up the pace, but at the same time, I do like to recognize that, might find ourselves in a bit of a nasty spot if we rush too much. and the smoke isn't quite blocking the way anymore. Again, this hurl damnation is what I'm largely concerned about. At 34 health, I think I just have to heal up. As much as I would prefer not to. Holy moly. Oh, geez, that was stressful. As, you know, kind of coming into this, I was thinking that this run was going to be a decently stressful go at things. Imagine Bow is a high-risk, high-reward item. But I probably should have thought that through a bit more as I was gearing up, because I'm coming off of a fairly stressful week at work and in life. So probably not what I was looking for here today. Oof. And I guess we could fog again. If the fog doesn't form nicely around us, we will find ourselves taking one more hit, or set of hits, I guess, volley as it were, which is not great. So we will have to play it on the safe side, and let's just get out of there, I guess. Jeez Louise. I mean, at this point, though, we're probably fairly close to being through, so I don't really want to turn back now. You know, definitely some, like, sunk cost issues going on here. Oh, boy. That's fine. We'll reset this one more time, and hopefully this go at things, we're in a slightly more advantageous spot. In fact, if I can just get you around the corner, there we go. Turns out the summons not always quite going to get there. I guess potentially part of the issue with that group was that our Master Archer friend is very evasive, and so kind of these mid-level enemies that we summon to our side aren't quite going to cut it when it comes to taking care of them. But okay, there we go. That's the floor. For better or for worse, we toughed it out and we got through it. The barber surgeon, interesting. I believe back in the day, synonymous? Were all barbers surgeons? Am I remembering that correctly? I know there was an association with blood, and that's where the barber spinning pole of blue and red comes from, I think. Maybe don't quote me on it, because I'm immediately doubting everything that I thought I knew, but doesn't look like we got too much lying around on the floor here, so yeah, I guess it's time to go to vaults. What have I been doing in the hour here so far? Jeez Louise. Things definitely slowed down, but probably for good reason here. I would guess that we'd already be dead. If we're going slightly slower here and we're still finding ourselves in some hot water, then I don't really want to think too much about how we'd be faring. If we're going as quickly and thoughtlessly as one might normally do, or not even one might normally do, but that I explicitly would normally do. Okie dokie. You got the summons. I believe in you. You're powerful, beautiful, and amazing. Just incredible stuff, my friends. And good work out there, champs. Okie dokie. Man, 8% chance. Fails more often than one might think, apparently. Well, at least yaks are not too quick on their feet here, or on their hooves, as it were. So we will just get the heck out of dodge real quick. And you know what? Summons are weirdly hit or miss here. In fact, maybe that's part of the issue, is that they're quite literally hit or miss, and a lot of the times they just can't quite make the peer-to-peer connection that we need from them here. But Fortunately, as we start to get a little more surrounded is when I can swap back over to just blasting my way through these sons of guns. And it seems like as long as there are 2 enemies, we kind of come out ahead. So love that. Definitely love to see that. And theoretically, take on almost an infinite number of melee enemies at the very least. And it's just the spellcasters and the bow users that start to put me into a state of panic. I also did see that there's a Desolation of Salt nearby, but I'm not feeling too great about my odds there. I guess it is largely melee users? Huh. Maybe I should have been looking for the entrance to the Desolation. I'm so used to it being a terrifying endeavor. But, well, Sentinel's Mark will try to avoid for the moment here. Yeah, I just don't have a lot of spells that I can actually use against these single target enemies, especially, or maybe more specifically, ones that are, okay, just regular angels? I thought this might be a menace situation here going on, but that's not too bad. I will maybe, yeah, come into this nice little corridor here. Guess it's not great for my spells, but... Hello, Zenata. Don't mind me, excuse me, pardon me. Oh, Jesus. No, sir. We're actually closed. Sorry, friend. We're closed for business. How much damage can you do? 43, eh? Dang it, I was trying to step in a way that my summon would no longer be at risk here at all. Oh, man. We are definitely having a rough go at things so far. Oh, I took a step without thinking. Oh no. Gosh darn it. Oh, I accidentally hit a button, and here we are. I attempted to move away. I must have hit one of the upper numpad keys and tried to step away. Oh no. Oh, James, my sweet, sweet James. Not like this. Oh, it was not meant to end this way, my friend. Oh, man. Well, I guess that's that. Unfortunately, James does meet their end here in Vaults 1 in a very undeserved fashion. Should have just died fighting in that giant mass of enemies instead, but hey, guess that's sometimes how the dungeon goes. Not the end of the world. In fact, maybe some pressure off my back to not continue piloting this run, because it was not good for my blood pressure. Does make me wish, or rather hope maybe, that I could find Majin Bowen and Djinni in the future, only next time, what could be nice is having a few more offensive spells. I'm very curious with like Iron Shot, Lahudib's Crystal Sphere, if those spells deal enough damage on hit to make up for the cost, because if so, stupidly strong. Unfortunately, summons weren't really worth their weight in gold here, but hey, again, it is what it is. James, it was a pleasure piloting you. Should have done better in your name here. Yeah, still plenty of consumables. Let's not look too closely at that. And there it is. Say goodbye to our good friend here. In good company with largely Felids, it looks like, Fuzz Aldrin and Cataly Portman, all in a similar boat. Interesting. Can't believe those two, though, were in Zot. I guess experience level means slightly different things on Felids, seeing as how you're losing levels on death and whatnot. But okie dokie. Holy moly. Well, I guess that's that. Do we want to call it a short one? I'm almost tempted to, but unfortunately I don't think that I'll have much time. to get on after the fact here. I guess we could potentially get on Tuesday. The reason why I'm debating this is because, as I offhand mentioned, there has been quite a busy and stressful week in my personal life here, personal and professional life, I should say. And so there is a lot I need to do today. And I was gonna continue after stream. Do I really want to leave it on that note, though? Oh, man. Decision making, normally my weakest department, and that only amplifies, or rather is amplified, when I find myself in stressful situations. At least to a certain point. I find for whatever reason, the kind of like back burner, slow, constant burn stress is what really gets to me. When I'm in a high octane moment, my brain seems to function all right. It just autopilot clicks on and I'm doing okay. It's part of why a while back I had a lot of coworkers asking me if I was, concerned about burnout or overworking. And at the time it was like, no, I mean, maybe close to it. If things really started to crack down, maybe I'd feel that way. But what I've come to realize since then is, in those high stress moments, I actually feel pretty good. And it's more so when I'm like, getting busy waiting is one of my least favorite feelings. When there's nothing you can do except wait for some impending, decision or feedback of some kind, anything to come down. That's what really gets to me. That's what makes my brain start to fold in on itself and not know what to do. So, hum-de-dum. It would be real short. I think part of it too is that I want to end, but I hate to leave all you folks behind. I like to try my best to get a good stream in once a week, especially after taking a week off last time. But maybe, just maybe, we'll leave it at that. Can give James some breathing room for us all to grieve together here. And then we can come back in probably sometime during the week here. I don't really want to strand all you lovely folks for another full week without any releases, especially if you're one of the VOD watchers who likes to watch the Twitch VODs or on YouTube as they release. Then I like to get some content out to you kiddos, because it's always a good time. But yeah, you know what? I think I will end here. I think that will relieve some of the stress that I'm feeling at the very least, and we can kind of get a nice fresh start on another day. Again, hopefully soon, though. We'll see. It's all hinging on tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the big defining day as to how stressed I'm going to be for the rest of the week. Big releases happening and all that good stuff. So, I guess with that in mind, if I'm gonna call it, which immediately my brain is like, oh, but what if we didn't? But let's just make a decision, Torinski. Let's stop running around in circles like a chicken with its head cut off. And I think we'll go for an early stop here. I mean, I still had a really fun time. I feel bad for losing James in such an unfortunate way, as I don't even realize what I'm doing, but wouldn't be the first time, and it almost definitely won't be the last time that it happens. I guess in some ways it feels better than when I actively am making my decisions and that ends up being the worst possible thing I could have done. So, silver linings and all that good stuff. But of course, if we are ending early here, I will do a quick check to see who is live at the moment, because we'll send out a raid to end things off. I'm used to having my mouse for my laptop here, so I feel super clumsy, just slowly fingering my way through things, but it does look like Wizard is currently on, so let's actually send a raid out that way. I feel like it's been forever since said hello. At least since I said hello. Maybe not the same for you kids, but definitely get that started here. And yeah, I guess that's it for me. We'll be back potentially on Tuesday, I want to say. Again, we'll see how it goes. And if not, the next Sunday. And that will be that. But regardless, huge appreciation for all you lovely folks for joining us. Thank you so much as always. I hope you enjoyed our brief little foray, our brief little continuation here. And yeah, I definitely hope to see you either on Tuesday or next Sunday. Of course, regardless of all of that, regardless of kind of my own stress at the moment here, I do hope that you are having a great morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you out there, and I definitely hope to see you soon. Just remember, folks, even when we mispress keys, we never even for a moment didn't have it. I'll see ya.